45 minutes. 1.1 million salmon. Not caught. Processed. What you're seeing right now is not a fishing operation. It's a system, a machine that never stops. Fish pouring in like a waterfall. Thousands every second, moving in perfect rhythm. Conveyors packed tight. No gaps, no delays. Blades drop. Clean, precise, surgical. Heads removed in a split second. Then, perfect fillets. Smooth, uniform, almost too perfect. Zoom out. This isn't just a factory. It's part of a $15.9 billion industry. And this is how your salmon really gets to your plate. Industry scale. Every year, this industry produces over 18 billion meals. Let that sink in. Billions of plates around the world, all connected to one species, salmon. But here's the part most people don't realize. Over 70% of that doesn't come from the wild. It comes from farms, controlled environments, engineered growth, precision feeding. Entire oceans, recreated by humans. From the icy waters of Norway, to the remote coastlines of Chile, to the rugged farms of Scotland, these floating structures stretch across the sea, like industrial cities. From above, they look calm, perfect circles, sitting quietly on the surface. But underneath, hundreds of thousands of fish move together in tight, synchronized motion. No randomness, no escape, just constant growth. In 2024 alone, global salmon consumption reached around 3.3 million tons, and nearly 90% of that is Atlantic salmon, chosen not by nature, but by design, because it grows faster, adapts better, and delivers the texture people are willing to pay for. So when you see salmon on your plate, that bright color, that perfect cut, there's a high chance that fish never lived in the wild. Eggs and fertilization. Everything starts here, not in the ocean, but inside a controlled facility. Rows of trays, perfect lighting, stable temperature, each detail measured, selected parent fish, chosen for faster growth. Better color, higher survival rates. Nothing is random. Eggs are carefully extracted. Milk is added, gently mixed, then water, activating the process of life. Within seconds, fertilization begins. Thousands, hundreds of thousands. At once, the eggs are transferred into large incubation systems. Flowing water, constant oxygen, zero disturbance. Day by day, something changes. Tiny black dots appear. Ice. At just under 46 degrees Fahrenheit. They develop slowly, predictably. No waves, no predators, no uncertainty, just control. Because here, nothing is left to nature. Early growth. When they hatch, they don't swim freely. They drift, attached to each tiny body. The yolk sac, their first and only source of energy. No hunting, no chasing prey, just survival on stored nutrition. For weeks, they grow quietly. No noise, no chaos. Then, something shifts. The yolk sac disappears. Now, they need to feed. And this is where the system takes over again. Precisely measured pellets, engineered for growth, balanced protein, controlled fat, optimized nutrients, fed at exact intervals. No guessing, no waste. In just 4 to 6 weeks, their bodies adapt completely. They begin to move faster, stronger, more responsive. But they're not learning to survive. They're learning to grow faster, more efficiently, more predictably. Because in this world, they don't hunt for food. They are fed to become it. Ocean growth. After months in freshwater, everything changes. The fish are moved from controlled tanks to the open sea, massive floating cages, anchored in deep, cold water. From above, they look calm, but below, tens of thousands, moving as one, up to 200,000 fish, inside a single pen. Yet the space is carefully calculated. 97.5% water, only 2.5% fish. Just enough room to grow, but never to scatter. Here, they spend over a year, feeding, circling, growing fast. Every meal is engineered. Fish meal, fish oil, plant proteins, designed for one thing: maximum efficiency. 1 pound of feed becomes 1 pound of fish. But even in a controlled system, things can go wrong. In 2017, a single failure released over 300,000 salmon into the wild, farmed fish, suddenly in a natural ecosystem, competing, spreading disease, disrupting balance. Because here's the truth: all it takes is one mistake, and the impact doesn't stay inside the cage. Harvest. After 14 to 22 months, they're ready, 4 to 6 kilograms each. This is where everything has to move fast, because speed means quality. Fish are guided, crowded gently into a smaller space. No sudden stress, no damage to the flesh. Then, they're lifted or pumped directly out of the water. A continuous flow. Thousands, moving in seconds. No pauses, no hesitation. Every movement is calculated to keep the meat firm. Clean, perfect, because one delay, just a few extra minutes, can change everything. Texture, color, value. At this stage, there's no room for error. machines. This is where salmon stops being a fish and becomes a product. The pace changes instantly. Faster, sharper, relentless. Fish arrive in a continuous stream. No gaps, no pauses. Blades drop, heads removed. In a fraction of a second. Clean cuts. Identical every time. Then, high-pressure water hits the surface, washing away blood, slime, anything that shouldn't be there. The fish moves forward, straight into the filleting line. Precision machines slice along the spine. Perfect symmetry. No hesitation. No second attempts. Up to 25 fish. Every single minute. Thousands. Every hour. 3,600 fish processed. Without slowing down. Then comes one of the most delicate steps. Bone removal. Tiny pin bones. Almost invisible. Pulled out. By fine-tuned mechanisms. Not too deep. Not too shallow. Because one mistake can tear the flesh. And in this system, damage means loss. From the outside, it looks flawless. Smooth lines, perfect rhythm, machines doing everything. But look closer. Hands are still there. Watching, checking, correcting. Every fillet, inspected. Every imperfection, trimmed away. Because no matter how fast the machines move, humans still decide what is good enough to be eaten. And at this speed, there's no time to look twice. Market value. Salmon is no longer just food. It's value. On a plate, it looks simple. Clean cuts, soft texture, that signature color. But behind it is a global system worth $15.9 billion. From high-end restaurants to everyday supermarkets, salmon is everywhere. Sliced into perfect sashimi, served in fine dining rooms, or sealed in plastic, stacked under bright lights, in grocery aisles across America. Different places, same product, priced anywhere from $10 to $40 per pound. Accessible, but never cheap to produce. Because what you're really paying for isn't just the fish, it's the system behind it. The farms, the feed, the technology, the logistics, everything working together to deliver consistency, day after day, at scale. And that creates a strange balance. Salmon has never been more available, never more standardized. And yet, the system producing it has never been more expensive or more complex, cheaper to buy, but more costly to sustain. Human cost. Behind every perfect system are imperfect people, standing for hours, shoulder to shoulder, watching the line never stop, hands moving fast, again and again and again. No reset button, no pause, just rhythm. Because when the system runs, you keep up or you fall behind. and falling behind is not an option. Out at sea, it's a different kind of pressure. Cold air, heavy water, unpredictable weather. Fishermen working through wind, through darkness, through waves that don't care how experienced you are. Decks turn to ice. One wrong step, you slip. One bad moment, you're gone. Every rope under tension, every piece of gear, a risk. Because out here, nothing is controlled, and every trip comes with uncertainty. Long shifts, 18 hours, sometimes more. Little rest, caused emotion, and still, they go back, again and again, because this industry depends on it. Every year, over 100,000 deaths are linked to fishing work around the world. Not all of them make headlines. Most are never seen, never remembered by the people who buy the final product. Back in the factory, the lines stay clean. Bright lights, smooth systems. Everything looks perfect, but perfection has a cost. You see salmon, perfectly cut, perfectly colored, ready to eat. But the people behind it, they carry the weight of speed, risk, and repetition. So the next time you look at a piece of salmon, ask yourself, what did it take to make it look that perfect? Open question. We can produce more food than ever before. Faster, cleaner, more efficient. An entire system built to feed the world. But there's a question that keeps coming back. How far is too far? When production scales up, what gets left behind? The ocean was never designed for this level of control, and yet we're reshaping it. Fish growing faster than nature intended. Environments adjusted to match demand. It works, but at what cost? Because efficiency doesn't always mean balance, and scale doesn't always mean sustainability. So the real question is this the future of food, or a system pushing too far? Do you want to support? Next time you see salmon on your plate, perfectly cut, perfectly colored, take a second, look closer, because behind that single piece is an entire journey, months of growth, systems of control, people behind the scenes, all working to make it look effortless. So now the choice is yours, found or wild, and more importantly, what kind of future